Hello YouTube and welcome. In this video I would like to do with you the unboxing of this new Planeswalker deck, Vraska. So this one is from the new set Guilds of Ravnica. Back of the box. Vraska Regal Gorgon. Vraska's life has been defined by violence and she will stop at nothing to bring justice to those who have wronged her. Fill your graveyard with creature, then draw on the power of death to crush your foe. So this box contains a deck box, a 60 card deck to play on tabletop or online, and two 50 card booster packs. So let's check what we can have in this one. Okay. And here it is, the art for our deck box. Great art, this one. So put it aside. Here you have the rest of our deck. Here we have a help guide to use this deck. And here we have our two booster from this new set, Guilds of Ravnica. Put it aside. Now let's open our deck. And I'm going to take this out first. So on the bottom of our deck it is our code to use this deck in the Magic the Gathering arena. Now let's see our Planeswalker cards. So Vraska Regal Gorgon, 7 drops, too high, with 5 loyalty points. For +2 puts +1/+1 counter on up to one target creature. That creature gains menace until the end of the turn. For -3 destroy target creature. And for -10, for each creature card in your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Now start with the deck. Beast Whisperer, for drops. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card, and it is a 2/3. Interesting card, this one. Bouting of Might, 6 drops. Target creature gets +3/+3 until the end of the turn. 3 times. So this instant allows us to target 3 creatures and put a +3/+3 counter on it until the end of the turn. Crazy. Vraska Stone's Glare, 6 drops. Destroy target creature. You gain life equal to his toughness. You may search your library and our graveyard for a card named Vraska Regal Gorgon, reveal it and put it in your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. So this is our tutors for this Planeswalker deck. We have 2 of them. Partisan Bat, 4 drops, he has flying and it is a 3/1. Devkarin Dissident, 2 drops. Pay for 5. Devkarin Dissident gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn, and it is a 2/2. Brinzom Lurcher, 4 drops. He has Underground. Brinzom Lurcher enters in the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the number of creatures cards in your graveyard, and it is a 2/2. Very interesting card, this one. Here we have a forest, swamp, another Partisan Bat, Iron Shell Beetle, 2 drops. When Iron Shell Beetles enters in the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and it is a 1/1. Swarm Guild Mage, 2 drops. For 5 tap it, creatures you control gets +1/+0 and gains menace until the end of the turn. For 2 tap it, gain 2 life, and it is a 2/2. Forest, a swamp. Dowser of Lights, 5 drops. It is a 4/5. Another Iron Shell Beetle. Golgari Gilgate. He enters in the battlefield, tap it for a swamp or a forest. Here we have a forest, a swamp. Crow Rider, 3 drops. He has menace and it is a 2/3. Crow Foragers, 5 drops. He has Underground. When Crow Foragers enters in the battlefield, you gain 1 life for each creature card in your graveyard, and it is a 4/4. Another Golgari Gilgate, a forest, and a swamp. Another Crow Rider. Wild Ceratok, 4 drops. It is a 4/3. Golgari Gilgate, forest, swamp. Another Crow Rider. Attendant of Vraska, 3 drops. When Attendant of Vraska dies, if you control a Vraska Planeswalker, you gain life equal to the Attendant of Vraska power, and it is 3/3. Another Golgari Gilgate, swamp. Another swamp. Another Crow Rider. Another Attendant of Vraska, forest, swamp. Deadweight, 1 drop, instant enchant creature. Enchant creature gets -2/-2. And the rest of our deck. Lotlit Giant, 7 drops, crazy. He has Underground, and it is a 6/5. Another Attendant of Vraska, forest, swamp. Another Deadweight. Spinal Centipede, 3 drops. When Spinal Centipede dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and it is a 3/2. Glowspore Shaman, 2 drops. When Glowspore Shaman enters in the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. You may put a land card from your graveyard on the top of your library, and it is a 3/1. Another forest, a swamp, another Death Veil, Spinal Centipede, Glowspore Shaman, another forest, swamp, another Prey Pond, Spinal Centipede, another Rhythm Lurcher, forest, a swamp, and finally another Prey Upon. Now let's check our boosters. And this one starts with Siege Worm, 7 drops. He has Convoke. Your creatures can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting this spell pays for one colorless of 1 mana that creature's color. He has Trample, and it is a 5/5. Fearless Hardbeardier, 3 drops. It is a 3/2. Radical Idea, 2 drops. Draw a card, then he has Jumpstart. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying his other costs, then exile this card. Color the Culprit, 4 drops. Destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. Burglar Rat, 2 drops. When Burglar Rat enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card, and it is a 1/1. Unexplained Disappearance, 2 drops. Return target creature to his owner hand. He has Surveil for 1. Look at the top card of your library, you may put that card in your graveyard. It's Wild Trooper, 3 drops, discard a creature card. Each Wild Trooper gets +2/+2 and gains trample until the end of the turn. Activate this ability only once each turn, and it is at 2/2. Golgari Locker, 3 drops, tap it for a swamp or a forest, and for 4, tap it, sacrifice Golgari Locket, draw 2 cards. Rose Mane Centaur, 5 drops, he has Convoke, he has Vigilance, and it is a 4/4. Plague Crafter, 3 drops, when Plague Crafter enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature or Planeswalker. Each player who can't discard a card. I really don't understand well the rest of this text. When Plague Crafter enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature or Planeswalker. Each player who can't discard a card. Okay. So, each player who can't discard a card has to sacrifice a creature or a Planeswalker. Should be that. So, I think the text should be in the other order first, probably. And it is a 3/2. Beacon Bolt, 3 drops. Beacon Bolt deals damage to target creature equal to the number of instants and sorcery cards you won and exiled in the exile and in your graveyard. Okay, and it has Jumpstart. Guild Summit, 3 drops. When Guild Summit enters the battlefield, you may tap any number of untapped gates you control. Draw a card for each gate, tap it this way. Whenever a gate enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. And our rare Narcomobia, 2 drops, he has flying. When Narcomobia it's put in your graveyard from your library, you may put it on the battlefield, and it is a 1/1. Here we have Izzet Guildgate, enters the battlefield, tap it for an island or a mountain. And we have a foiled Gravity Punch, 4 drops. Target creature you control deals damage equal to his power to target player, and also have Jumpstart. Nice. And we have a Bird Illusion token creature with flying, 1/1. Okay, now let's check our second booster for this pack. And this one starts with Generous Stray, 3 drops. When Generous Stray enters the battlefield, draw a card, and it is a 1/2. Direct Current, 3 drops. Direct Current deals 2 damage to any target and has Jumpstart. Wishcoin Crab, 4 drops. It is a 2/5. Loxodon Restorer, 6 drops. He has Convoke. When Loxodon Restorer enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life, and it is 3/4. Barrier of Bones, 1 drop, he's a defender. When Barrier of Bone enters the battlefield, surveil 1. So look at the top card of your library, and you may put that card in your graveyard, and it is a 0/3. Urban Utopia, 2 drops, enchant land. When Urban Utopia enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchant land has tap it at 1 mana of any color. Interesting card, this one. Sumala Woodshaper, 4 drops. When Sumala Woodshaper enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or enchantment card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order, and it is a 2/1. Darkblade Agent, 3 drops. As long as you have surveilled this turn, Darkblade Agent has Death Touch, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card, and it is a 2/3. Gravitic Punch, 4 drops. Target creature you control deals damage equal to his power to target player. He has Jumpstart. Piston Fist Cyclops, 3 drops. He's a defender. As long as you cast an instant or a sorcery spell this turn, Piston Fist Cyclops can attack as to it didn't have defender, and it is a 4/3. Wand of Vertebrae, 1 drop. Tap it, put the top card of your library in your graveyard. For 2, tap it, exile Wand of Vertebrae. Shove up to 5 target cards from your graveyard into your library. Interesting. Charmister's Insight, 4 drops. Draw 2 cards. He has Jumpstart. Legion Guildmage, 2 drops. For 6, tap it. Legion Guildmage deals 3 damage to each opponent. Or for 3, tap it. Tap another target creature, and it is a 2/2. Sorry. And our rare Ritual of Suit, 4 drops. Destroy all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. Golgari Guildgate, enters in the battlefield, tap it for a swamp or a forest. And we have a Elf Knight creature token with vigilance, and it is a 2/2. So this is what I have to share with you. I hope you like it, you enjoy it, and until the next time, see you.